Right. Is this case 3? Oh, hello.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
Have you done drugs
Don't you
again?
look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
For God's sake, Holmes. Don't make me be Watson. Oh, no. You
The
alright?
pupil is dilated.
I bet he's just got a bit of man flu.
The pupil is dilated.
Holmes, I can't... Holmes, I can't do anything else, Holmes. There's literally... That's it.
The pupil is dilated.
What am I looking for? Ah, hang on.
The
There we
temperature
go.
appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the
Oh
heartbeats.
my God. 1.
I need to
Two.
concentrate and count the heartbeat.
All right. What a silly mechanism.
A
8.
weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute.
Okay. Is he ill or has he done drugs,
But
Watson?
you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
Have you poisoned
The
yourself?
antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Holmes?
Please.
Holmes?
Drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Could you give us,
Mr.
like...
Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
Oh.
A good day, Inspector.
Ta-da!
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one.
You're a strange
We've
one.
brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
And?
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
Ew.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Yeah, Watson. Keep up. Oh, it's gonna be a murder mystery in the baths. Oh, the Roman baths. The Strand Lane bath. Like, just call it the fucking Strand whilst you're at it. We may begin the case of the person who... Oh, no. Is it the icicle? Is there a fucking... Oh, it might be an icicle. It might be the... Oh, yeah, no. I think I know what it is. I think I know what this case is already. Much like in the last one, where I kind of got the gist, but not quite. I think that the weapon... Maybe... I think the weapon might be an icicle. Just because, how do you hide it? I don't know. We'll see. That is a legit one. That is a legit murder mystery kind of thing. So, we'll find out. Let's go to the Strand Lane. And see. If the man died in the shower... then it's totes an icicle. I think he's also in season 4 of Sherlock, but I'm not sure. Ooh, this is... There's boobs. Banned. This is very fancy.
What a
Oh.
beautiful place.
Also very
With a
laggy.
dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has
There
not
you
been
go.
touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Okay. So, steam room, ice melts, job done. I'm just going to go home now. Bye, lads. That's it.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All 3 witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred.
Right.
And they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
But that doesn't mean... This doesn't mean that the people in the room are the ones who did it. If the door was locked, could have been stabbed and dying. I will have to find out how it went down. But if they could all see each other in the steam room, I say see, it would be steamy. But who knows?
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah. You've proven in the past, Lestrade, that your methods are somewhat lacking.
Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips.
Oh.
He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
He's probably the one that gone and done it, isn't he? Calling the police. All right then, let's go and have a chat with everybody. Oh, hello.
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you. Mr. Phillips.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
My opening question is, what accent is that? Because, good lord. My eyes, they're like, why are wrinkled? Come on, everyone's got, I suppose you're going on age. Starched collar, fastidious. Ears, he has them. Dreams himself, lives alone. Wow! Or is just trying to save some money, Holmes. Jesus! Or, like Radders, he had his hair cut on a charity stream. Just, like, be gentle with the man. Just go, oh, he lives alone. Probably does live alone. Manchester City. Manchester. Oh, hello. A telegram. Sent today. What is in what telegram and what happened here?
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
I think it's supposed to be a Yorkshire or Bristol accent, but I just don't know.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
But, oh, I suppose, yeah, no, if someone else had entered, he'd have heard that as well. Mr. Phillips. He went out this morning to send a telegram, probably to his hometown. Okay. For now, Mr. Phillips, you're probably alright. But we'll see. Whoa, steady. Camera, just calm the fuck down. That's the Exodus. Because for God knows what reason, they've decided to try and put Latin on the walls. I don't think Exodus is a thing. Could be, I'm not sure. A studatorium and a poditarium. Can't remember if that's what they call them at all. Ah, the Frigidarium. I know the Frigidarium. That's the cold one, because it's the Frigidaire. That's what a fridge is. Should we be going in here fully clothed, Holmes? You're not going to boil yourself to death. Imagination talent. You're telling me this about the third case now. Come on. Oh. Oh my God. Yeah, okay.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Right. So we have the body. We have Watson. We have all the people who might have done it. Also the policeman. Alright, let's have a look at blood. And body. Face.
There was
Wound.
only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
Right. Ooh.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Alright.
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Wrist.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
That fits. Blood.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
Almost like it was diluted down. But if he had a giant icicle
I think we have
sticking out of
found
his
all
face-
that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
I don't think you're going to find
Please
it.
have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
They didn't.
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost. Or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
Right. So, my original theory of the icicle being used as the murder weapon, it's a bit of a, like, purely because he's stabbed in the face. It depends on how long it took them to fucking notice it. Especially since it was in his eye. And then the excess blood could be the melting of the ice cube and diluting the blood. But I'm not sure. Now, I'm beginning to think that perhaps they've done it with a bit of a twist, or I'm sort of second guessing myself here, that I'm confusing my cases.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
That's a very good idea, Holmes. Oh, look,
This
there's a
key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
The fuck's the key for? Interesting. Oh, hello. Hang on. Steam switch.
G. Newell and Sons, steam specialists, Seattle, WA.
Oh, well, if that happens.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
And there we go. That's what I was thinking. Is... hang on, if we come out of that in
With the
magical
steam
vision,
on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
just see if there's anything. Hello? Oh, God. Oh, hello. 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 Right, okay, so we have to switch that back on. But yeah, if the steam was on and they got him quickly, I would guess that they would not realise until it was too late. So the timeline might work for it to be that. There's some glasses that are broken.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier.
Possibly.
These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
Right. Oops. Oh.
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme.
Dude.
I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
That might be the murder weapon.
It is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
To what? Okay, we have to come back for that. Right, start. Oh. What's this? Well,
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
why have you got blood on your hands?
It's horrible.
Garrow.
So Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
No.
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
Right.
I don't want to stay here. Let us out, please.
I'm sorry, it's not my call. Well, it is kind of my call.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
Most people who are in shock don't say, I'm in shock. They usually just have a little shutdown and then a tremble, and you give them a hot cup of tea and a blanket.
If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be dressed properly first.
I think Pitkin is a bit standoffish. That might be because he done it. That might be because he's just
I
a
feel ill.
dick.
I want to go.
Or it might actually be the body is setting him off. Well, the body's gone, but...
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
So that's more like it.
I can't understand what happened. Am I allowed to leave? Or do we have to stay here?
Can't we
Can't
go?
we go?
No.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes! Alright, hang on. I require some sort of tool.
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects. Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
A champagne bottle.
Champagne for a special occasion.
Champagne.
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
That's how he got the fucking thing in. Maybe. Dude, Holmes. What do I do? That's it. Just the fact that's there. Oh, there is more. There's more to this. And what meets the eye? Ah, the cork.
Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
That's it for that. I suppose we can go and ask them about this. I also could do with performing an analysis, actually, so I might need to go and do the dirt analysis first. But let's see if I can chat to anyone before we go.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
No. Actually, yes.
Please wait. I need to do something first.
Go and have a furious wank. Also talk to Mr. Phillips. And also do the dirt analysis. Also poison myself again. The steam room keys.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
I found
Did
it.
you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
I thought you said... Hang on, you sent a telegram, you fucking liar.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning.
Yeah.
And you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or her mother is unwell. I was
Okay.
away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
I see. So, the setup could have happened before they turned up at 9:30 when he was out. For sure. I don't know what the setup is apart from this fucking icicle that might not be a thing. Although if you stored it in the frigidarium, then perhaps it would be alright. And then you just take it across and go, here's the fucking icicle. Kill away.
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Well, okay then. Right, dirt first. What am I looking for, Holmes? Oh, I see. That. Oh,
Selenite.
Pyrex.
Otherwise known as fool's gold.
Oh, I see, and I have to use that thing to work it out in a minute.
White clay particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now,
White clay.
I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to.
Well, oh, it's there. It's in St Albans, isn't it?
The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St Albans.
Okay, so pipette. Peroxide. Blood. Oh. What does that mean? Blood. Blood.
Water. This blood
Told
is
you!
heavily diluted with water.
It's the icicle. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Yeah, bitches, it is. Hey,
On
Toby.
the sofa for the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
I've done that. I accidentally sat on Libby the other day. She was in this chair, and I didn't really see her. I wasn't really thinking. I was on my phone, and I sat down, and there was just this, like, "Meh," from underneath me. It was fine. I was just surprised, and she was very upset. But, yeah. Don't sit on your pets. So, yeah, icicle. Don't know what the metal is. Metal might be relevant to the case. But I'm pretty confident now that there is an icicle involved. So, Watson, what have we got to do? Something. I suppose we could send them... Actually, they could probably go, can't they, to... Ooh, steady, Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes. Yes, yes. Take them off. Shoe.
None, Lestrade.
Brilliant. There we go. Done. Tab, examine belongings. Here we go. So now we can go to Scotland Yard and do all of that. I don't think we're going to get anything more from here. For now, we need to find something to remove that piece of metal from the brazier. But not yet. First, we need to go and interrogate all the bastards, go through all their possessions, and just be really mean to them. They're all going to have a reason for doing it. But it's probably going to be the guy in the middle who was like, I am in shock. Oh, I remember here. We were here in case 1. Oh, God, Watson.
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes? Ah, here we are. Ah, these are the possessions. We'll start with bent cliffs. We have a ring.
This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room.
Yep. Oh, it's been...
I see the join.
Yeah.
This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with silver.
Was he poor?
An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
Secret
A
Society!
very pertinent question.
Secrets! Illuminati! It's not the Freemasons. I know that much. If it is the Freemasons, they don't know what they're doing. 7.
An old and rather dirty coin.
A map.
A hand-drawn map.
Is that where the treasure lives?
Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest.
Oh.
The last pages were torn out.
Or rather,
we must
a
find
lack
a way
of.
of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from entering the room. But first, fetch me a pencil.
Get your own fucking pencil.
To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces.
I don't want to damage the traces. Today, I almost found it. These... something. This date will go down in history. Oh, is that it?
And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure that Watson won't mind if I use his.
I think he might do. Fucking hell, Holmes. I don't know what more you want from me. There you go. Fixed it. So he was going to do something.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner had... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
Oh, shut up.
I prefer to make them
Shoo.
talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
Maybe.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
Who the fuck are
I
you?
am sure that you must,
Oh.
Constable.
Hello.
Well,
What is it, darling cat? A curved bladed knife. Caused hemorrhagic lesions. Lesions, not legions. Right, okay. Oh, hello. Come on then. Come on then. Come on then. Let me move all the stuff for you. So, you noticed that there was a Roman coin then, so he might have found a stash of Roman treasure near the Roman baths. Yes. Hello, are you smelling my jumper? What a happy cat. Do you want to look over here? Well, you're not. Come over here. Come over here. Yes. You're going to lie down. If you lie down there, you can look at all the USBs in the special USB holder, which I know you like. She likes things like that. And... Yes! You can see she's been shaved as well. She's shaved neck. She's so fluffy. You're going to sit down. Oh, what a good girl. I mean, I can't access the mouse or the keyboard, but she has sat down when I asked her. Look at this! Look at this beast! Look at this beast. Pretty cat. The report from the coroner. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe was 63. The right eyeball had been burst, pierced to the hilt by a curved knife. The blade cut through the orbit of the frontal bone, ripping a part of the frontal lobe and the corpus callosum, after which, completing its trajectory in the cerebellum, caused lesions. Bleedy lesions. Lesions. Not lesions, not lesions. Sorry, Libby's toes are distracting me. Tickly, tickly, tickly. Tickly, tickly, tickly. Yes. All of these injuries led directly to the death of the individual. Oh, hello. At the upper lobe of the right lung, there is an old injury filled with an amount of mucus and debris that may correspond to a chronic infection by elements likely inhaled in a burial chamber, a decaying mummy, for example, or a dried and decomposing fruit product. Which actually, he has that ring, which has got the Egyptian symbol on it, doesn't he? So this might be underlaid with some sort of magical, actual, legit secret society thing. Or he's found something. And that's the old injury is his life of adventuring and so forth. We shall see. We know as well, by the way, that when we don't know, but there's various tombs where I think this went down. They sprinkled some sort of powder on the floor before they sealed it, so that grave robbers would breathe it in and die. So that's the thing. The rest of the body's fine, though.